Go.
Pete the Hipster King from the Hairy Game Lords, and this evening in lockdown we have been playing this Uranus or Uranus.
Uranus. We've been playing with Uranus.
Taking a trip to Uranus. Yes, that's right. We've been playing Uranus by the Dark Imp. What did we think? Stay tuned to find out. So,
yes.
Uranus.
Uranus,
Basically,
Pete. It's Uranus.
Uranus.
I am surrounded by
the
12-year-old boys
who love Uranus.
Right. So, Uranus by Dark Imp is it's a great little co-op game where basically you are each playing a race that lives on one of the moons of Uranus. You have your own host moon, home moon, where you are going to be mining various different resources. You use those resources to build engine. It's an engine builder. You're going to link your mines together and harvest those resources to upgrade various things on your moon. So you're going to be building tunnels between your mines to connect them up so that you can collect those resources into sets to buy better stuff. You're going to be building more mines so that you can get different resources or more of particular types of resource. You're going to be trying to get telescopes so that you can look at the asteroids that are going to be coming, because so that you can know what's coming and you can plan a little bit more where you're going to place your stuff. You can build weaponry and blow the asteroids out the sky before they smash into your home moon and destroy some of those mines and tunnels. But in essence, the main thing that you're trying to do is, through all this engine building as a team, you are trying to build units on Uranus with those resources you've got. So you're going to have to transport them by rockets. You're going to have to learn how to build rockets. You're going to have to build a launch pad, and then you're going to have to launch your resources down onto Uranus. And once you've created those units, those home pods, if you like, you can then build a rocket and launch your rocket and your race to go and live on Uranus. If you all manage to get there, you win. We did not manage to get there, and asteroid after asteroid crashed into our home moons, damaging all that we did. And finally, one large asteroid cleared every single one of our moons out, and the moons exploded, and we hadn't managed to get any of our races down. But we did build the 3 bases on Uranus, so we were almost there. So that, in essence, is what you do in the game. What did we think, Ange?
Everybody's dead, Dave. They're all dead, Dave.
Yeah. I like the way that the game has the mechanic of like a roll and write, although you're not rolling or anything like that. So, you've got like these whiteboards, glossy cards. So this one here is my unique alien, and I was the miner. So I was able to produce double moon rocks in 2 of my mines, and I was able to donate every turn a moon rock to one of my neighbouring moon neighbours, the other players, which was really helpful in helping them be able to meet the things that they need to do.
Especially early on when you haven't got a lot of stuff. It was very handy using, because there was a lot early on. There's a lot, I think, of having surplus stuff that you can't use and not having enough of the stuff that you need. So Ange being able to lend out some of his surplus right at the start was very handy.
Very much so.
Yeah. So everyone has their own unique ability, and also everybody's cards are slightly different in terms of what resources are needed to build what things and what numbers of resources and stuff like that. So there's that. Then there is your moon. And as you can see here, any area that is kind of scribbled out is where asteroids have landed and destroyed said moon.
It was not a happy time.
No. You can see I've built some tunnels from different mines that I was able to build, but also you can see the heck of a lot of my moon was destroyed by asteroids. Now, the cool thing is that when an asteroid lands, you're given a location where that lands, but then you can move where, or you can sort of like flip or turn where you want that space to land on. And with Dave, that really worked for you, didn't it, Dave? Because you kept...
there was a few spaces in the middle that just got quite badly damaged. But yeah, you have a coordinate and then a shape of 2, 3. I think some of them were like 7 or 8 squares that it hit. But because you can rotate or flip or move those around, the coordinate that's given has to be covered by that shape, but it can be in the middle, at the end, wherever you like. So I was quite fortunate in that, there was a section in the middle of my map that I wasn't doing anything with, but I kept managing to go, right, so I'll put that there, and that hits that lot there. Next time it hit, it was like, okay, so it hits pretty much the same area again. Just a bit more over that side of, and I think I lost, a tunnel and maybe a couple of mines in the entire game, which compared to these guys, I think Ange had just tunnels everywhere, hardest, and he had it quite hard. Whereas I was quite fortunate in being able to move all of my stuff around and not take too much damage until the end when we all died, at least.
Yeah, I was hit very hard in Uranus.
I think my struggle was the fact that I lost particularly key mines that I might have only had. There were some, I'd got a shed load of green mines, but I think I got 2 red mines, and I lost one of those early on and then one late on. And to get your rocket, I had to have 2 reds. So in my last turn, there was no way, even if I could have built 2 mines, I would still not have been able to harvest the stuff from those mines before the whole thing blew up. So it is like any co-op, it's difficult, and it should be. We felt, I think early on, we were kind of, this is so hard to get started. So building your engine does take a couple of rounds. Andrew managed to get going really, really quickly because of his mining power, and then supported us in catching up a little bit. Once you started to get your tunnels linking and harvesting more of the different types of mineral from your moon rocks, if you like, the problem comes where you've got a balance, because you have to play sets of rocks, i.e. if you link your mines together, you have all the mines that are linked pull that resource into one set, and that set can only be used for one thing. So you've got to plan what mines you link together and how you link them, rather than just trying to link everything together. Because if you link everything together early on, you'll be wasting a whole load of those resources. But if you don't link them enough, you can't get the bigger stuff. So there's some real thinking about how you're going to play this. And we lost, but there were times when I think towards the end, we were about 2/3 of the way through, you thought we might just scrape through, but on the flip side, it's going to be really tight. And that for me is that thing that where you just I wanted to go again just to see if I can beat it. So I like the strategy, the thinky nature of it. Like any co-op, there is a lot of random. There's a fair bit of randomness. There has to be. It's pretty brutal, and it's how well you're able to mitigate for that in the way that you set your minds up.
What's another thing that's like really difficult, or can be difficult, is when you start to be able to send stuff. So you've got this ability on your sheets where you have to learn certain technologies before, for instance, you can build a launch pad. So you have to learn the rockets, or you have to build. So before you can send resources, you have to learn the rockets, which require a certain amount of resources. And you have to do that twice through before you can build a launch pad, and then the launch pad you can send stuff down there. Now, if you send anything that's excess to a structure that you are building, some hardcore space junk cards come out, And for me, so what I had done is over the course of quite a few turns, I had built up a number of tunnels and a number of mines. And as you can see, I don't know whether you can see it very clearly. Yeah, you can. So the mines, for instance, you can build 1 or 2 mines, but it favors you to saved up sort of like, so you can build 1 mine there, but just for 2 more, you can build 2 mines. So it's worth saving up your stuff. The same along here. You can build 1 tunnel, then 2, 4, 7, 11, 15. So you want to save. It's telling you, it's kind of like nurturing you all the time to save stuff. I got hit with some space junk, which completely wiped out all of those saved things. Oh my word!
We laughed.
So
brutal.
Annoying. So annoying.
Sorry,
we laughed.
Cried.
You laughed,
That's
and
the
then
word.
you realised, oh, now we've lost the game.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
Yeah, very brutal, very brutal. So you don't want to send all
Too
of the
much stuff.
you
Yeah.
can, but in the same way, then you need to plan out what mines to link together. It's almost like thinking about it now. You all choose, because everyone can see Uranus. Everyone can see what kind of like format.
And they can see your moon too.
Is available. I feel like there's some strategy. I feel like I want to play this game again to get my head around that strategy of how to win it.
And then you can make it harder for yourself by ramping the difficulty up.
Yeah, so those people who are really good at the old co-op game and they fly through it the first time round, you can ramp up the replayability, so you can ramp up the difficulty levels to make it even more difficult to get to Uranus and to win that game.
There's an option to add in hidden objectives as well that will allow maybe to have, although you still have to get all 3 of your team home, you then have a secret objective that you're working on individually that would give you an additional win if you're into that kind of thing. So from me,
hello, Hipster King. From him, he's gone. Maybe he got hit by an asteroid.
I believe that what Pete was going to say was that he enjoyed the game.
And he's going to beat it next time.
He's going to beat...
God help him.
He's going to beat Uranus next time.
Apparently so. So, a little bit of a puzzler.
Yeah. Puzzler, co-op game. As all co-op games
really hard.
Difficult, but that is what a co-op game should be.
Yeah, you don't want to be winning it every time, because where's the challenge in that?
Absolutely. So, I'm thinking straight away, I want to play this again. I want to try out a different strategy and see how it goes. Another great thing is it plays well over Zoom, so you don't have to all be present in the same room. We all got our sheets or printed out sheets and stuff like that, so we're able to play it that way. So give it a look, check it out on Kickstarter, and
subscribe down there.
Do that, yeah, and thumbs up from us Hairy Game Lords.
And I'm sure Pete would also be giving you a thumbs up from Destroyed Asteroid Smitten Rotherham.
Oh dear. This will be a fun review, I imagine.